What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to teach you how to become a millionaire overnight. Yes, that's correct. Overnight you will make $1 million. And if you guys think I'm serious, I'm being sarcastic. I'm just playing. That's what a lot of gurus and marketers here online are saying these days. Like, hey, you can make a ton of money overnight. And here's the truth. The truth is, yeah, you can make money. You can make money doing a bunch of things. Whether it's forex trading, stock trading, Amazon and eBay, drop shipping, or just retail arbitrage. There's so many different things. You can start a consulting business and manage people's social media accounts on Instagram. We live in a world today where you have your computer or your phone, which is probably what you're watching this video on right now, and you have the ability to literally just go onto this little thing called the internet and make money. And you can do that in a ton of ways. Forex trading is just one of them. Now, you're here because you probably clicked on an ad, or I sent you a video, or you somehow, maybe some guy in an alley gave you the link to this video and said, hey, check out this video, help you with forex trading. But however you're here, you came here and your goal was to learn how to make at least $100 a day trading forex, maybe eventually scale up to make it a full-time thing. I don't know, but what I do know is that I'm going to give you some actionable, real, applicable things that you can start applying to your trading today, that literally, like, after this video, you'll be able to go and apply them tonight and find them on the chart. And it's going to be actual real stuff you can actually use, like stuff that you can use, and it's all for free. At the end of this video, for like 5 minutes, I have a paid program. I'm going to pitch that to you at the end, but I do promise you that for like this first like 95% of the video, you're going to have real actual stuff, like the actual way that I trade. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to show you everything, stuff that you can apply like literally starting right now, so that you can learn to trade. Okay, so first, before I get into any of this, I have to say this because it's like a little disclaimer thing. Before I tear back these curtains and before I lay out everything step by step, I just want to say, I don't know your work ethic, I don't really know you, so I can't guarantee that you're going to get results anywhere near what I share as possible in this video. Even though I have plenty of personal results, plenty of student results, I'm going to refer to descriptions of the past results, such as my performance and students' performance, but I can in no way guarantee that you're going to get these results. So you do have to put in the work, and you have to apply this material, and your results are going to, or probably may differ materially from my results and other students' results for a number of reasons. It can be a bunch of different stuff. So I'm not a financial services provider, and I wouldn't say anything that I think that you should construe as financial advice. I'm literally just some bald guy that trades forex profitably, and I think I teach very well, and I have results that back that up. So that being said, pay close attention to this video, and you've got the best shot at actually making money forex trading, or at least getting consistent to where you can then save up some money to put into a reasonably sized account to then make it more like a part-time income or a full-time income, whatever your goals are. So let's jump right in. Before I was literally going to go to these charts and start like just showing you, all right, you do this, do this, do this. But before that, like, I think you should understand who I am first. Let's just go here like straight to my Instagram profile. I didn't make a stupid slideshow presentation. I didn't make like a like a PowerPoint crap that you click through. Like, literally, I'm making this. I don't have this video scripted or anything. It's just me talking to you guys, just keeping it real. Okay, this is me, Nick Sean FX. You can just literally call me Nick. That's my name. I'm just a normal human being like you guys. I'm a normal human being that learned a skill set, and I learned how to trade, and then I teach trading. So that being said, this is my Instagram profile. If you want to get to know me, just come here, search me on IG, like Nick Sean FX. Scroll through. I post stories like actively every single day. Like, I've got clients' results, and I post trades and all this stuff. So literally, you can learn all about me, and you can follow me for a day, a week, a month, a year. It doesn't matter, but you can learn a lot about me by who I am. So right here, like, here's my girlfriend Bonnie, like madly in love with her. It's my girlfriend. This is me sitting in my car teaching this 5-month-old baby how to trade. So if you think that I can't teach you how to trade, I taught this little 5-month-old guy how to trade. So that's it. They're on that screen in my car. I post like pictures about trading and stuff, and I post like insights, and like I type out things to like help people understand. This is me and my girlfriend Bonnie being like playing around, being stupid. But yeah, literally, you can learn all about me just by going here. It's just got a bunch of fun stuff. I just have fun, and I just share a bunch of cool stuff. You guys will see I'm not the traditional, I guess, like marketing guru guy that tries to make everything look all perfect. I like literally, like, here, dude, this is me with my shirt off cooking some vegan burgers, and me and my brother acting dumb. Me and my brother fingerboarding. Like, that's who you're learning from. You're learning from a guy who's a professional fingerboarder. Fingerboarding on a wooden table at his brother's house in Nashville. But so that being said, I'm literally just a normal freaking person. I don't want you to think that I'm some super crazy, like, high up there guy that's like, so like, what do they call it? Like pie in the sky guy, like where you're so high up, you're just out of reach, and like, so like has such a high ego that you can't even relate. I don't want you to think that I'm that person. And if you don't believe me, just follow me for a couple days or a week or two. You will see I'm literally just a normal freaking person, and I'm goofy as hell. So that being said, that's who you're learning from. I got into forex trading because I wanted freedom. So I got into forex about, I'd say it's been close to 4 years now. I think it's more like 3.5. but it's coming up on 4 years. It will be pretty soon here. I think March of next year, which right now it's November 2019. In March of, what is this going to be, 2020? Yeah, that'll be 4 years. So because I started in March of 2016. So 4 years I've been in this game nearly, or 3.5, and I got into it for freedom. I didn't like having to work. I used to, here, let me show you. Like, I used to be like a little security guard guy that used to drive around in a patrol car, like at some of the crappiest properties in the world. Like, this is me. This is me back in 2015. Like that was me when I had to shave and everything for work. And this is me. We had to wear like vests, and we had guns and all this crap. And we would take like security calls at these different properties of people acting up. It was dumb. This thing paid me $13 an hour. Absolutely insane. You had to drive around from 6 p.m. at night till 6 a.m. in the morning. It was a 12-hour shift, just you in a patrol car driving around answering calls for like idiot people. It sucked. I didn't like it. I didn't like living on $13 an hour. It's not fun. And I don't think it's hard to live like even in America off of like 11, 12, $13 an hour. Like back then I worked like 80 hours a week. Absolutely hated my life. So I started looking at different things to do. I found a couple things. There was a lot of stuff going on that you could have gotten involved in a few years ago, and even today. I decided to learn financial markets, specifically Forex. I do have a stock account, but this I don't have much. How much? Let's see. It's right here. So I do have a stock account, but my main thing is Forex, because Forex allows you to grow accounts relatively quickly as long as you're doing the two things which you maybe saw in the ad, which I just say you got to keep things simple and control risk. If you do those things, literally it makes Forex like, I don't want to say a walk in the park. I don't want to say it's easy. I don't want to say it's a breeze, but it is so freaking like ridiculously simple once you learn. Because literally all you have to do, you have to keep things very simple. Just a couple lines in your chart. That's all you really need. And you just have to control risk while you're doing that. That's all you need to do. So anyway, so I got into Forex trading. I want to learn it. It took me about a year and a half to learn. It was a painful learning curve learning on my own. Some of you guys may have already been through this. Some of you guys may have like just found out about Forex last week. Some of you guys have probably been doing this over a year and you're still struggling. I know what it's like. You're like listening to someone who has struggled for a year and a half before it even started just becoming like a part-time income, and I could make like 1 to 2K a month trading. After that, I quickly transitioned into a full-time income where I was making like $2, $3, $4,000 a month. And then after a few months, after I was making money doing that for like 5 or 6 months, it's really boring, to be honest, because you think it's going to be fun, right? Like after like quitting your job and living like your crazy life and getting yourself a nice watch and a car and shit. But I'll tell you right now, it's pretty freaking boring. You got to find something to do. So after 5 to 6 months into it, my friend Caleb was like, dude, why don't you just start teaching? So I started teaching, and I did it for free for like a month, and it was fun. And then like my friend Caleb was like, dude, you could totally charge for it. And I'm like, dude, hell yeah. So now you can make like double your money that you would make trading by just teaching. So after you guys learn how to trade Forex profitably, I totally suggest you teach and charge people for it, because you can make like just as much money trading as you can doing that. Totally just being upfront with you and being real with you here. Like these people you see online, like like trading and teaching and stuff like that, like they're probably making as much money from their little coaching program as they are trading. The only difference is like I show live accounts. So for instance, if you go here to my story highlights, it failed to load here in a second. It'll probably fail to load again. But I show all my trading accounts. I show that they're live accounts. I show that like whenever I'm placing trades, I call them out before and after. I call them out for free in a Telegram channel, which I'm going to show you here in a second. You're actually going to get access to that for free just for watching this free trading. So you're going to learn my free trading here in this video. And then after that, you're going to get free access to this Telegram channel where you actually see me trade live every single day. So see, that failed to load right here. But go to my Instagram, check out this, like my accounts, MFX results. Like literally I have like, so each of these story highlights holds like 100 stories. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like just so many. I think there's like 1,200 like story highlights right now, 1,200 screenshots of student results, and then close to 200 of my personal trading accounts, which like I said, I show that like they're the trades before and after. I show the monthly, weekly like profit history. I show that it's a live account. Like all the proof is there, just so that you know who you're learning from isn't full of shit. You know they actually have results trading. And whereas 2 to 3K a month used to be like my income, like now this is on one day on these 3 trades right here was up $3,400. This was what, 2 days ago? So 2 days ago, and I actually called these trades for free in that Telegram channel you get access to. So that's it. And then Forex ended up working out after about a year and a half. It was kind of long. It was kind of hard because I didn't believe you needed mentorship when you first started Forex trading. I guess you still don't, but it's just nearly impossible to learn. I think the only reason I got it is just because like Like I literally was spending like 6, 7, 8 hours a day studying this shit, trying to figure it out, and I was just really wild and crazy. But the average person is not going to be able to do this like without the proper education, proper mentorship. Had I gotten that, it maybe would have only taken me a few months as opposed to like a year and a half. Like that's just ridiculous. But in the end, it all worked out, and I live a very comfortable life, and I'm free, and I'm pretty happy. So that's me. You can follow me on Instagram if you like, Nick Sean FX. Check me out. You know, like just you can get to know me on there. So anyway, that being said, let's jump right here into the charts. Before we do this, you guys may have some beliefs about Forex. Let me just get to this real quick, because like this is like probably one of the most important things right here. A lot of people, they think that you can like jump into Forex with no education, right? So it's like they think that they can just like open up an account and just start trading, and boom, you're going to be a millionaire overnight, as guaranteed at the first part right here, millionaire overnight. A lot of people think that's how you're going to do it, but let me tell you this. This is a harsh reality. The right education will lead to the right results, and the wrong education will lead to the really shitty, not good results. And so if you have the right education, then you can learn to trade properly, and then you can get profitable, and that's fine. But if you don't have the right education, you don't learn the right way, like I'm going to teach you in this video, then it's going to be very hard for you to come out on top. Like seriously, like I think it's like 85 to 90% of people lose 90% of their account within the first 90 days. It's something like that. Like most people quit Forex within the first 6 months, and they don't ever. And the ones who do continue on after that just continue to struggle. And roughly 10 to 15% of people ever even get profitable trading. Like that's such a low number, and that's so goofy because it doesn't have to be like that. But that's because most people don't take the time to learn the right way. Like they're so freaking like all over the place, and like, oh, okay, I'm gonna learn from these charts, or I'm gonna learn from this YouTube guy, or I'm gonna learn over here from this program thing, or I'm gonna go over here, and nothing is structured. And so whenever you have like this shit right here, your brain just gets so screwed up, and then you end up getting this result right here, which is continuing to fail over and over. Whereas it doesn't have to be that right way. It doesn't have to be that way. Like if you have the right education, right mentorship and stuff like that, you will be able to get good results. It's totally possible. I prove this every day by calling out my trades here in my Telegram channel. So that being said, education, that is the first thing you absolutely need. Second thing people think is that they're like, hey, this takes like a shit ton of time, doesn't it? So here's what it really takes. 1 to 2 hours a day max, 5 days a week. Okay, so that equates to roughly, if you can't do this math, it's about 5 to 10 hours a week, and you only need it like on the weekdays because the Forex market is closed Saturday and Sunday. So that's all the time you need. Why do you need that time? Well, let me show you why. Let me show you why. Here on USD/JPY on the daily chart, let's take everything off here. I'm going to remove all the drawing tools. All you're looking for is just clear levels where price is interacting at. There's like another like price area where price is bouncing around at right here. There's another one right here. And then after this daily chart, we're just going to go here to the H4. We're going to identify any clear trends. I see sort of a trend right there, but then price also rejected up there and started going up, so it may be actually something like that. Right, so that looks pretty good. So that's probably the trend right there. And how long did it take to do that? Like 10 seconds. And then do we see anything else right here? I don't know. I don't see anything else. So that being said, there may be like a little horizontal area where price is bouncing, like let's say right there. So all you would be doing is just literally just chilling and waiting for price to come down in this area. Since it's a trend, and since you have all like the major horizontal levels where price is just bouncing off of super obviously and clearly every time. I'll teach you in more detail how to do this in a second. But that's all you're doing. You're drawing a few levels on your chart, and then you just chill and wait for price to come. And check it out. Like I have all my charts marked up right here, and once you have them all marked up, the charts don't change that much if you're using the daily and the H4 charts. Literally, you can just start clicking through your charts, and they're all going to be marked up. And all you're doing is you're just waiting until price comes up to these levels right here. So for instance, like right here, you could look to like take a trade right here on a bounce away of this trend going downwards. And also if there's like a horizontal level, kind of like, see, I just have 2 horizontal levels and 1 downward sloping line. Like it's not complicated. All you have to do is just got to keep things simple and control risk. And if you're doing it on the daily H4 charts, on the hour 4 chart, that means one like candlestick is 4 hours worth of price data. So 6 of those candles makes up 24 hours of data or 1 day. The charts don't change that much. You can just literally just come over here and tap through all these on TradingView, which is this little software. It's just literally tradingview.com. That's all I use. And then you just wait for price to break out of these areas, come back and test them. And if they start bouncing, you just look to take trades away from those levels with good risk to reward ratios. Like I said, I'm going to break all this down, but the thing I want to illustrate is that it doesn't take a lot of time. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to spend like 8 hours a day like thinking like the full-time trading life is sitting in front of your damn computer all day. No, it's not. In fact, that's really goofy, and it's better if you don't do that. It's better if you trade maybe like 15 to 20 minutes in the morning, which will just consist of you like marking up these charts and then just clicking through them like once or twice a day. to see where the market's at, make a trading decision, and then if it's a good trade, which is you'll learn all the entries and stuff like that here in a second. If it's a good trade, you just enter the trade and manage it. That's all. It doesn't take that long. So I would say 1 to 2 hours a day max, but really the 2 hours is really kind of stretching it. I would say no more than 1 hour per day is necessary to make a part-time to even a full-time income, depending on your trading account capital, to make a full-time income in Forex. That's all you need. Like you only need about 1 hour a day. Maybe like 15, 20, maybe like even 25 to 30 minutes is a long time. You just don't need that much. Like 15, 20 minutes in the morning at any time, 15, 20 minutes in the evening at any time. You don't have to like be up at a certain time. You don't have to like do weird shit like staying up in London session if you're in the United States, meaning like you have to stay up overnight to trade. Like, you don't have to do any of that weird shit. Like, you just pick any time during the day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and if you have time, a little bit of time in like midday around noon or something, and you can just check up on your charts. And it's very simple. It's just the same old stuff over and over, and to be honest with you, it's kind of boring. So that's the second thing. I want you to know it doesn't take that much time. I think anyone can do it as long as they have half a brain and they get the right education. Okay? So you have to have like a reasonable IQ. I'm not saying this is like a walk in the park easy, but at the same time, like you're just drawing some lines in your chart and waiting for price to come to those lines and start bouncing. That's literally it. I don't think you have to be that intelligent. But like I said, you got to have a reasonable degree of intelligence, right? You can't have like any mental deficiencies. No hard feelings to anyone here. I'm just saying, like, you got to have half a brain and you got to be able to like have the time to do this. If you have that, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do it. So that being said, the last thing is I want you guys to know, how much money do you need to start? Okay, so this question depends on the person. I say that you can start trading with, if you're in the United States, like this just really depends on your goals. Like if you're just trying to safely grow capital, I have a really low risk trading system that you can just grow capital between like 5 to 10%, sometimes on a crazy insane month, maybe like 15% a month. But like I said, that goes back and forth. Like everything varies, but 5 to 10% per month pretty consistently with my system. It's called the price action trading system, which is just literally some lines in the chart waiting for price to come there and bounce. And then if you do that, you can grow your account, stay safely and steadily, 5, 10% on a crazy good month, maybe 15 to 20%, but that is so like not typical, and it averages to be like around like roughly like 5, 10, maybe 15% per month, and that's it. So trading, like how much money do you need to do that? Well, if you have $100 in your account and you just trade that low risk system, you're only going to be making, like what, $15 on a crazy good month. Like that's not that much money, right? However, I do have a high risk system as well, which the risk is controlled very, very, very differently. It's completely separate from this price action account. And with that high risk account, or with that high risk trading system, is called my divergence trading system. Some of you guys may have seen my other YouTube videos about this. Some of you guys may have heard about it. Some of you guys may have known my client Momo, which is like one of my top students. I think I have like 300 people in the Mission FX group now. But here's Momo. You go to his profile, check him out, Momo Forex. This is my top student. He just trades my divergence trading system. I started teaching him about a year and a half ago. And he's literally he trades full time now. Like that's it. He shows, you can go through his story highlights. He's just like me. He's very, very, very transparent. You can click his 1K to 10K challenge. He shows a live account where he takes $1,000 to $10,000. His consistency. You can get access to his Telegram. I think he has his own Telegram. His testimonials. He's taking 10K to 25K right now as you're watching this video. Go to his profile, check him out. This is my top student. He learned entirely from me. He was a biomedical engineer at UTA, the same college that I dropped out of. He got his degree, graduated, and he's not working a damn day in his life. He's just trading full time. Literally, if you don't believe me, I totally get that. Go check him out. Go follow his Instagram. And what the hell? Go follow his Instagram and check him out. This is him posting. He posts all his trades. Oh, we're actually both getting matching Teslas. I already bought my Tesla. I'm getting a Porsche here pretty soon, but he's actually getting the same Tesla as me, a matching one. But yeah, this is actually me and Momo right here at my place. I live here in downtown Fort Worth, Texas. This is on like the rooftop pool at the place I live at. So yep, that's it. So you can totally grow your accounts like crazy fast. Ton of proof right there, and I've also shown plenty on my account. This is a special I'm doing for you guys after this video, so make sure you stay to the end. I'm going to show you guys a lot of stuff. So how much did Momo start with? Momo started with 300 freaking bucks. Do you have 300 US dollars? If you don't, you probably have some bigger things to be worried about than Forex trading. I would say you should have a couple $1,000 at least before you're looking to get into something like Forex. If you don't have at least $1,000 to your name right now, like you shouldn't even be looking Forex right now. I hope you can take what information you can from this video about my trading systems, but you really shouldn't be doing Forex if you have less than 1K. Honest, I mean, let's just be real. Like I'm giving the example right here. Even if you double a $100 account in an entire month, which is insane and crazy, that's only $100 profit. like you've grown a $100 account to 200 bucks, you've only made $100 profit. That's not that much in the grand scheme of things. Now, like I said, with this high risk system, which is called divergence trading, let's just go to this right here. So my first system right here, we just call it price action system. It's just price action trading. It's like lines on the chart, and you just look for price to come to those lines on the chart and bounce. And the second one is divergence. Now, divergence is a super high risk trading system that I created for people to grow small accounts. The only thing with this is if you have a small amount of money, trading the divergence system, you're going to be risking that small amount of money, and you're risking the entire freaking account. And some of you guys may be thinking, like some of you who've been trading for like a year, saying like, oh yeah, well you're full of shit because like now you're risking the whole account. Isn't that really risky, Nick? Yeah, hell yeah, it's totally risky. However, this is how I teach to trade it. Whenever you get into my program, and whenever you like learn from me here in this free video, price action system is where 90% of your capital should be. 90% of your money should be there and growing nice, safe and steadily 5, 10, 15% growth per month. And your divergence account, which is a separate account, separate trading system, it allows you to grow accounts 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 times in like a matter of a couple weeks. Like Momo, like that 10K challenge I was just showing you on his profile, he took an account from $1,000 to $10,000 in about 2.5 months. I think it was like 7 or 8 weeks or something like that. You can see that for yourself. Click through that story highlight on his profile, and like I said, it's about, I think it's like 8 weeks, or it's roughly 2.5 months. In 2.5 months, he had made 9 grand profit off of a 1K starting balance. However, it is very, very, very risky, and he actually grew that account to 14,000. You'll see in his story highlights. Go to his profile, Momo Forex, and you will see. Like it's all right there. The proof is there. So that being said, you can grow your accounts really, really, really freaking quick. Me, I don't trade divergence so much anymore because I have plenty of funds to trade capital. So right now, trading price action allows me to make a great amount of income, anywhere from 10K to 30K a month using my price action trading system. And that's fine. I have the capital to do that, and I have the risk assessment to be able to up my lot sizes and like up my risk percentage per trade, more to like, anywhere from 3 to 5% per trade now to grow accounts that are like 20K to 50K, and I can grow them and make a good amount of income, so I don't need to use a very high risk system. However, if you're trading with a low starting balance, which is like $1,000 or less, if you want to make money, you have no choice but to use a high risk system. And I want you to understand that it's okay to do that as long as you have assumed the risk and said, okay, I run the risk of losing my whole account and the potential to gain like double, triple, quadruple return on investment. Okay. And the way you stay profitable trading a high risk system like this is by continuing to withdraw your account over and over every time you double the account. So you grow it from 1K to 2K, you'll instantly withdraw back your first $1,000, your initial starting balance, and then you grow that $1,000 to 2, 3, 4K, then withdraw half the account, you'll withdraw, then you'll grow the $2,000 up more, and you keep doing that over and over. Eventually you are going to blow this account trading because that's how high risk the system is. However, if you trade it in the way that I teach it, this is very rarely going to happen. Maybe it'll happen 1 to 2% of the time that you place a trade. But it will happen eventually, so that's why you need to make sure it's money that you can afford to lose. But typically you can end up getting like at least a 10x ROI off of your money in a matter of a couple weeks or a couple months with the starting balance. So a lot of people are attracted to this. However, I just want to say, like, even though it is high risk, and even though yes you can grow in accounts, you run the risk of losing all the money in the account, which is why it should be no more than 10% of your total capital you have to invest. If you have 10K to invest, you're going to put $9,000 into your price action account, trade it nice and safe. There's stop losses, targets, everything in that, good risk to reward ratios. It's like the ideal trading system that's low risk. And then you can put $1,000 of that 10,000, which is 10% of 10K, put that into a divergence account and just trade it high risk and let it go. If you lose it, it's only 10% account loss. It's fine of your total balance. And if you end up growing that account like double, triple, quadrupling it, you just continue withdrawing this account back to your main big account, which is your price action, your safe account. And then you grow this account some more. And then when you make some more profits, you withdraw it back. And then you grow this account some more. And then you make some more profits, you withdraw it back. So meanwhile, you've banked maybe like 5,000 in profits from that account. And then you withdraw this account and it gets back to like 2K, and then say you end up taking a couple of trades that just wipe out the account, that just go the other way and they never come back and they wipe out your account. You've still made like 5 grand in profits. Then all you can do is you can just put 1K back into this account, trade that 1K up, and then once you double it, money goes back into your price action account. Continue growing it more, withdraw regularly. Grow it more, withdraw regularly until you blow it again. Some of you guys are like, whoa, what the hell kind of trading system is this? It's very simple. It's one safe trading system, and it's a second high risk system to allow for bigger percentage growth. That's it. So a lot of you guys think that, oh, I need like $1 million to start trading. No, not really. I mean, you need to have a decent amount. I say if you're living in the United States, a couple thousand is fine. Like, You know, 2, 3, 4, 5,000. It's perfectly fine. If you have more than 5,000, like you're very solid to get started. And then also, while you are learning, you'll have a couple months to be able to save up money and work extra or whatever to save up more money so that you can actually put money into a reasonably sized trading account. Because let's be real, unless you have a decent amount of capital, then you're not gonna be able to learn. One thing I want to highlight is that you cannot do this if you're broke. If you have no income and no money to your name, Forex trading will not work out for you. I want that to be 100% clear, and I want you to understand that, because you have to have money to invest. That's the whole point of you investing. That's like going to like buy a real estate property to invest in some property, but then you get to the house that you want to buy, and then the landlord or the person who's selling the home says like, all right, it's gonna be $500,000, and then you're like, oh, I don't have the money. And then you're gonna be like, okay, well then you can't buy the house. And then you're gonna say, well then I can't make any money off of the real estate investment. And they're like, yeah, because you don't have any money to invest, you know? Like, so you gotta have a little bit of money. I'd say a couple grand. If you don't have a couple grand, that's fine while you're learning, as long as you have a little bit to start with. You can learn. You're gonna be practicing on demo for a couple months, and that gives you plenty of time to save up even more money so that you can put the money together and you can become a millionaire overnight. Just kidding, that's the goal here. So that being said, I've addressed those beliefs, so let's just get right into the trading system, okay? The first system, like you saw, it's called price action. Here's all it is. Price comes to these areas on the chart where it starts reversing. Whoa, let me just fix that drawing here. I'm on my MacBook Pro trackpad, the device of the millionaires, right? Little trackpad. So the market will come to these levels, it'll keep bouncing, and then whenever price breaks one of these levels, all you do is you wait for it to come back, you wait for it to start bouncing away from that level, and you simply look to place a trade right there to capitalize on the market pulling away from that level. Okay, so in this instance in Forex, a lot of you guys know that you can buy and sell to make money, meaning if you think the market's going to go down, you can click sell, and if the market goes down after you sell, then you can make money on your profit. So same thing if like you think the market is going to go up, then you will buy, and if the market goes up, you've bought at this low price and you can close your trade at this higher price right here, you have made a profit. That's cool. So you can make money going either way. You can enter a trade as a sell position, or you can enter a trade as a buy. And if you capitalize on the market going down or up, whether you sold or bought, you can make money both ways. So if you predict it's going to go down, you can like enter a trade called a sell right there, put a risk right above there and a target significantly lower. And then if it gets stopped out, if it goes up and hits your risk area and it closes the trade right here, then you're just going to lose a small amount of money. However, if it goes into profit, you're always going to make more on your winners than your losers, okay? Which is why the second portion of the price action system is called risk to reward ratio. Risk to reward ratio essentially means that how much are you risking versus how much like are you getting in reward, in potential reward. So whenever you gamble, if you go to a casino, you have less than a 50% chance of coming out on top. They say the house always wins, right? It's very true. The house always wins, meaning the casino is always at the end of the day going to make more money than the people gambling at the casino. Why? Because it's a business. It's all structured. They know exactly what their risk tolerances are, and the casino knows how to screw you over. You are better off blindly trading in Forex or stocks than going to a casino. So next time you want to go gamble, just place some random trades on Forex and stocks. You have like a 50-50 chance at least. So that being said, risk to reward ratio means, like, for instance, me, for every 1 unit of risk, let's just say it's 1%, I always go for 3 units of potential gain. So that way, if I get stopped out and I lose a trade, it's only 1% loss. But if I win a trade, it's a 3% winner, okay? Now, this doesn't always work out this pretty, but that's the idea, is that you want to risk like roughly 1 unit of risk for 3 units of gain. If I was risking 2% of my account, for example, if I had a $1,000 account and I was risking 2%, that would mean that I'm risking 2% to go for 3 times that, which would be a 6% gain if I won. So 2% of a $1,000 account is, what's that, 20 bucks? So you're risking 20 bucks to go for the potential to make 60 bucks. Okay, so even if you're only winning your trades like 50-50, let's say you take 10 trades and you lose half of them. So you lose half, which is 50%, and you win the other half, which is another 50%. So there's been 5 trades that you lose and then 5 trades that you win out of the total 10 trades. Well, guess what? On the 5 trades that you've lost, if you've only lost 1%, that's a total of a negative 5% loss, right? For those 5 trades you lost. But on the 5 trades you won, you've won 3% for every trade you won. So 5 times 3 is plus 15%. So even though you've only literally won half your trades, if you have this thing right here, which is good risk to reward ratio, on this trade right here, you've won 15% for those 5 trades, but you've lost 5% on these 5 trades you won. So even though literally you only won half your trades, the 5% losers plus the 15% winners leaves you in a net profit total of 10% for that week. So That's the crazy part, is that like even though you only win half your trades, you only have to be right like half the time. If you're right more than half the time, it's even better. That's why I was saying you can grow your accounts like, with my price action system easily like 5 to 10% per month, and then on a crazy wild month where you're just killing it, maybe like 15 to 20% is pretty reasonable. That's what I've seen for the past couple of years trading. That's how my stats have roughly been. And then of course divergence, which you'll learn here in a second. But this is totally possible, and then having this good risk to reward, having like a price action system that's very simple, allows you to trade. So let's look at a few examples right here. Let's say the market is like going upwards. It's just doing this right here, and you just look at this chart, you're like, all right, where's price bouncing around at? Well, looks like price is bouncing around right there. It hit this level first and bounced down, then it got above and it came back and bounced up. And this level right here, let's say that price came and touched that level and then bounced up. And then on top of that, you can just simply look for the price to be going in like an uptrend direction. So an uptrend is just literally where you just connect all the lows. Has to be very clear. Whoa. All right, guys, this is my rudimentary drawing, but let me just try something like that. All right, it slashes through there, but let's just say this is all connected nice and pretty. Essentially all you're doing is you're just waiting for price to break above previous areas where it's really been like having trouble getting past. It may have like tried like 2 or 3 times to get past that level. Once it gets past that, you wait for it to come back, bounce along the top side of that level, and you simply look to buy if it starts rejecting it. Of course, there's more detail to it, but essentially that's it. You're going to look to buy. You're going to have a risk set down here and a target significantly higher, always of a minimum of at least 1 to 3. So if that's 1% risk right here, you can go for 1% gain, 2% gain, 3% gain. You can win 3 times as much on this trade, which is all this potential for profit right here, as you have that you're risking right here. So that's it. That's all you're doing. You're looking for bounces at clear levels. And the same thing works during the sloping levels. Like, if it comes back to a sloping level and starts bouncing, say that's a sloping level, which is like an uptrend zone, and it's also coming back, and that's also a previously broken resistance, then it's now being tested as support. That's like 2 reasons to buy. And that is so simple. That's like so stupidly simple that literally, like, if price is just going up here and it just keeps bouncing, and you have like a clear line. Whoa. Let's see my skills. All right, you have a clear line like that, and it comes to that line, and then it starts like bouncing and rejecting right here, and say this also happens to be like a previous level where price reversed and it starts bouncing there, then you have like 2 reasons to get into a buy right there. And if you're getting into a buy, you're thinking, right, it's going to go up, it's going to try to go higher than these previous highs, right? And so you have all this potential for profit. Sometimes like you can have like, potential for a 4% gain if you're only risking like 1%. You can have a 1 to 4, 1 to 5 risk reward. Like the bigger the better. Like that's fine. But like right here, you can have super low risk and you can have great potential for gain, and it all works out. It all works out long term, even if you just win half your trades. That's the beautiful thing about price action, is that it's just so freaking simple. So let's go to the charts and let's look at this. This trade right here, a Swiss franc Japanese yen, this is literally just the only thing that's up on the chart that I just pulled up. So if we go to the daily chart, let's just draw a few levels in, right? There's a very clear daily downtrend area. So I've just connected those highs. That's how simple it was. I just connected all those highs. And then also, if we just identify the previous areas, this is called resistance, where price hits a level and bounces downwards away from it. That's called resistance. Now, on the contrary, when price hits like a lower level, like this right here, it has a previous low, it's bounced there a couple times, that's called support. Sometimes it can be really goofy shit like this, where it's like all like going like up and down, and then it's kind of hard to identify, and you're kind of wondering like, wait, where is it at? If it does something weird like that, just delete it off the chart. Only work with the stuff that's the most clear. That's how I've stayed so profitable, is because I only do the things that are literally the most clear. If it's not clear, I don't even look to trade it. So that's why, like, literally, this is a super clear downtrend. That's a super clear set of highs where price has been bouncing over and over. This area, we might see an interaction if price were to go up there, but for now, like, we're gonna look at what price is doing right now. So that being said, that's just the clear levels. And if we go to the H4 chart, that was on the daily, the H4, all you're doing is like, you're connecting these trends, right? So like something like that, you would have had, after this got established, which was like 1, 2, 3, you would have had an opportunity to buy right here. And then right here, price came to it again and started going up again. So this one looks like it didn't work out. It would have like started to go into profit, and it probably would have come back and stopped you at a break even. So this would have been like a trade where you didn't make money, but you didn't lose money. Or maybe you did move it to break even. Maybe you would have taken a small loss on this, but it's okay. And then after that trend was done, we had another trend form right here, which is this bounce. Bounced up again right here. You would have had an opportunity to buy right here as it started going up. And then another opportunity to buy right here as it started going up. And then now it's come back to this area, and it looks like it's trying to break it. That's the cool thing. Even if you lose a trade, like even if you thought it was going to go up, but you end up losing that trade, if it breaks an area and comes back to retest it, you have an opportunity to get in that trade on the other side. So for instance, If price is like, you think it's going to go down, and so it's been banging into like a downtrend area, and it keeps like going down, keeps going down, but then all of a sudden it comes up and it breaks above. All you do is you just wait for like a clear support resistance level to be established, a horizontal one, and then wait for it to come back and test that uptrend as well. And if that happens and it starts bouncing, you can look to take a buy. So even if you took a sell for some reason right there and it went up and like stopped you out and you lost the trade, it's okay. If it comes back, you can just look to buy right there, have the same risk, and then have like a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. This will all be calculated based on percentage. If it goes up, then cool. Like you've made back your little one loser plus 2 or 3 units extra of profit. It's fine. Like it's just the same old simple stuff over and over. Me myself, I win like maybe 50% of my trades. I don't win all my trades. Like maybe like roughly 50% is all I win. Right here, Euro Canadian dollar here on the daily chart. Super clear downtrend. We just connected all these highs right here. It's going down. Price tried to break outside of this, came back and tested right there. You could have taken a buy right there. See? So if you would have sold right there for some reason, like as it was coming in its downtrend, you would have got stopped on that. However, it came back and started bouncing, so you could have looked at taking a buy right there as it was going up, had your risk just below and your target way up here, and you probably would have got your targets hit on this one. If not, maybe like, halfway to your target or most of your target at least, and then it came back, broke back down into its downtrend, came up and retested the downtrend and started falling away. I was actually in this trade right here, and I closed this yesterday right there at that area, 1.4948, because I sold as it was coming and hitting this downtrend. It broke back into its downtrend, see, clear downtrend, and then it started rejecting. And it also just so happened to be a horizontal support resistance area. See how price bounces like right there as resistance, breaks above, tests the support right there, bounces as resistance right here. It didn't really react a lot right here, but it came up and started bouncing as resistance there. So not only is it like a downtrend area that we're selling at, it's also a resistance area. So it's just two of those things lined up. Look how simple this is. How many things do I have on my chart? The things we're working with right now, like 1, 2, and that's pretty much it. This, like price wasn't even up there, so it doesn't really matter. This area is kind of relevant because it's really significant, but literally like 1, 2, 3, this level down here, yes, I have it marked up, but it's not that significant right now. Maybe it's something like that. But that's it. I just was literally working with like 1, 2, 3 levels on the chart. All you had to do is just chill and wait. This is the 4-hour chart. After it came down here, I waited for price to come up, and then I clicked sell. I made like $900 on this. Let's see. I called this out to my students group. Let's see. Yeah, so right here, see Euro CAD, Canadian dollar. I said I closed this trade yesterday. I closed Euro CAD because it's bouncing at the support because it came back here. And it started bouncing right there. So I closed it as it came right there. Yes, I didn't have all my profit target hit, but look, I had 25 pip risk for 131 pips of potential profit. This is a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio. Crazy. I mean, like for 1 unit of risk, if you risked 1% on this trade, you have the potential to grow your account 5 times that, which is 5%. My risk on trades is roughly about like $750 to $1,000 right now. I'm risking 4% of a 30K account. That account may be higher or lower by the time you watch this video, but that's it right here. And on this trade alone, like what was it? So yeah, so $963 on this trade. I sold at 14595 and I took profit at 14563. So 1.4595, where's that at? 1.4595. So literally right there where I have this all marked up. Like I have my stop loss up here that was like, I think at like an $800, $900 risk for the potential to potentially gain if it came all the way down here, 131 pips, which would have been like what, like over $4,000 maybe. But it came down here and I closed right there, so it was only 1,000 in this case. But still, perfectly fine trade. $1,000. This took like maybe a day. That's it. Took maybe a day. And of course, the rest of my trading history, all the other trades that I'm calling out, like everything is going to work out in the long run as long as you have good risk to reward. That is the most important thing. So that being said, that's the price action system. All you're doing, just to clarify, just to make sure you guys know, all you're doing is the chart is like going crazy, doing all this stuff, and you have no clue what's going on. All you're doing is you're literally just looking where price is interacting with. You're drawing some horizontal levels. If price is rejecting those as resistance, you're drawing horizontal levels for resistance and support. And then if price is going upwards, you're just drawing a diagonal line. That's it. And you start on the daily and the H4 charts. That's it. Whenever price breaks above one of these levels, whether it's a diagonal or a horizontal level, whenever it breaks above one of the levels and it comes back and starts testing it, as long as you think the direction is clearly going up, then you can just jump in a buy. Put your risk right below the level and then a target significantly higher, at least 3 times that of whatever your risk is. And do this all in percentages as well. Use a lot size that will reflect like at that percentage loss of your account. But that's all you're doing. Clear horizontal levels and diagonal levels. That's it. That's literally it. Okay. So that's the price action system. The divergence trading system is kind of interesting, and I think a lot of you guys are really interested in this. And I'll teach it in the simplest way possible. There's like I could go into detail for hours about both of these systems, but I was trying to keep this whole training video like roughly an hour or maybe even less. So I'll just cover like the most basics. So for the divergence trading system, you're going to have your main chart, right? You're going to have your price up here. And then what you add is you just add, it's a simple indicator called the RSI. The RSI means the relative strength index. And you can actually add this to your chart on MetaTrader 4 on your phone, whether you have an iPhone or Android. You can just go to indicators, choose relative strength index, RSI. I use a 14 period RSI when I trade divergence, which I don't really trade it that much anymore, but I did all the time when I was growing accounts. And sometimes I'll take $1,000 account to like $5,000 just to prove to people it's still working fine, and people can copy those trades and stuff. By the way, I do call out here in this Nick's analysis chat, my students group, I call out here to Mission FX members every single trade I take. Every single trade, like this thing on gold right here, like that potential trade, I call that out. Like every single thing, even if I like lose a trade, like with these right here, like what I know I lost like some trades. I lost like 5 pips on New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I closed that right there. I lost 10 pips on 80 Canadian dollar yesterday. Let's see some more of these. See, I had a losing day here. I lost $1,700 that day. Right? So was it like 2 days ago or something like that? Wednesday. So yeah, 2 days ago. And then on this trade right here, this is my weekly trading history. So even though I lost those trades and I had like a down day, I still had an up week. It was $5,600 at that point during the week of profits that I still had. So like I said, even if you're making like me, I don't know, it depends on the month. I'll make 10K to 20 to 30K a month. If I'm making at least 5K a week, that's fine with me. That's 20K a month. That's more than, that's easy. That's nothing. So I call all those out here in the students group chat, and that's what I do like whenever I'm trading this divergent system as well. I'll call out all the trades. Momo does the same thing on his Instagram. Like I have a bunch of students doing this as well. So listen, this is how it works. You're going to have the RSI, add it to your phone, and then also you can go here on TradingView, and I'm going to double click. This is the relative strength index here on TradingView. So to get it, all you're going to do is you're going to go up here to this indicator thing. Where's it at? Right here. Indicators and strategies. Type in relative strength index. That's it. You're just going to click that. It'll add it here to tradingview.com. Whenever you can make a free account and use that, or if you like, I just pay the $15 a month membership. I think I can afford that. That works out to be roughly like 50 cents a day. It's totally worth it to use this software. I don't have any affiliation with TradingView. I just love their charting system. It's just so easy to use, way better than MetaTrader 4. If you're not using TradingView, you should definitely be using TradingView. So with that, that's how you add it to TradingView. And so with this little squiggly line on the bottom of your chart, you're going to have that on your chart, and that's called the RSI. So here's what divergence means. Divergence, in and of itself, in a dictionary term, means whenever one thing is going and then it divides into two things. Divergence. So if you come to where a road diverges, right, there's like a little concrete little block right here, and then the left side of the road starts going that way, and the right side of the road starts going this way. And so it ends up like the road does like some crap like that. This road is diverging, right? Because this is doing one thing, but this side is doing another thing. So divergence in trading, this is how divergence in trading works. It's where the main chart that you're watching is doing one thing like that, like price is going up and making a high right there, and then it makes a higher high right here. However, on the RSI, price is going up and it makes a high, the same high, like these are going to be linked up right above each other from like the main chart and the RSI down here. So this is the RSI, and this up here is the main chart. My little childish 10-year-old drawings. Main chart and RSI. RSI is going to make a high right there, but however, whenever it goes up and makes that next high, it's going to be lower than that previous one, and then the market will start coming down. This right here, that is divergence. So let me say it again. It is divergence whenever price in the main chart, in this case, makes a high and then a higher high, while the RSI makes a high and then a lower high. And sometimes it'll even do it like a third time. Like it'll go up and make like a third high, and then it'll start pulling back, and then RSI will make a third high, but that third high is still lower. So all of these are like going down, and then all these are going up. This is a bearish sign. So that's the first thing, RSI in a bearish way, right? So whenever we're looking at bullish divergence, which is still div, but it's just like the complete opposite. It's just where price goes up afterwards. So for instance, this is the main chart, and this is the RSI. It's where price goes and makes a low, and then a lower low, while the RSI goes and makes that same low, but then whenever it comes up, RSI makes a higher low, and then the idea is that price is going to go up after that. Now, how do you trade this? Like literally, what do you physically do on the chart? This is what you do. Let's look at the first example. Whenever price goes up and makes a high, and then it makes that second high, you're just literally looking to sell right there. That's it. You sell immediately whenever this happens. I know that may sound kind of wild and goofy, and here's how it works. If you're using a $1,000 account, using anywhere between, like, it all depends on the pair and stuff like that, but I'd say anywhere between a 0.02 to a 0.05 lot size, you just instantly sell right there when it makes that high. Now, one of two things are going to happen. It's going to go instantly into profit. You can look to take your profits at like a previous significant support resistance level. You know, maybe there was a previous level or something, so you can like look to take your profits right there if it goes down. But that's if it starts going down immediately. If it doesn't, it's going to go into what's called drawdown, which is negative. What you're going to do is you're going to hold the first position, you're not going to close it, then you're going to enter a second position if it gives you substantial drawdown. There's no exact number in terms of pips, there's no exact anything. There's just like, if it goes into drawdown, you're going to enter a second position. Then if it goes into profit, cool. Now you have 1 and 2 positions in profit, and you haven't gotten stopped out on anything, because this system does not use stop losses, which is why I told you it's very, very, very risky. Even though you're using small lot sizes, it's still very risky, and you have to understand that. You do not use stop losses with this divergent system, otherwise it doesn't work well. Now, it's going to either go into profit, you've made profit on 2 positions, close them wherever you like, close them at a previous significant support resistance level, you know, however you want to do it. It doesn't matter. Just book your profits after it moves into substantial profit. That's the idea. Now, if it doesn't drop that second time, it's going to spike into drawdown yet a third time. Yes, frustrating as hell, but a third time. You keep your first and second position and you stack a third position. All the same lot size. If this is a 0.02, this will be a 0.02, this will be a 0.02. If you're using a $1,000 account and you want to use like crazy risk, use 0.05, then 0.05, then 0.05, and you'll have 3 positions open. The max number of positions you should ever be doing for the divergence trading that I teach is 3 positions per 1 trade. And 1 trade just means like 1 pair. Like if this is like Euro, Canadian dollar or whatever, like you should not be using more than 3 positions like on this pair for divergence. If it keeps going into drawdown, it's going to go all the way into drawdown and it'll come back and it'll like give you all profits on all 3 trades, or it'll come back and you'll close your trades at break even, however you want to do it. But if it doesn't come back, it's going to blow the account, which is why I said it's so risky. Now, how often does this happen? Not that often. Typically, price will always come back because you're going to be looking for this setup. You're going to be starting on the daily, but it doesn't happen that often on the daily. So really what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking for this setup to happen on the H4 or the H1 chart, okay? Meaning the 4 hourly and the 1 hourly chart. That's it. And it's going to happen the same way with bullish. Like if this is, let's just say this is the H1 chart. We'll go and look at examples here in a second. The H1 chart right here, price is going to make a low, it's going to make a lower low. You're just going to like wait to enter here on this second low right there. And then if it goes up, cool. If it gives you drawdown and goes down even more, enter a second position. If it goes up and gives you more drawdown, enter a third position, and that is max. So if it keeps on banging downwards, just keep on holding it. The idea is that when it finally does go into profit, it gives you huge profit on your first and second position, and then your, I'm sorry, for your second and third, but that first position you entered that went into drawdown, you can usually get out of that at like break even or small profits once the market starts taking off. So that being said, let's look at a few examples. And let me just take you to my students group chat, because in my students group chat, I have the Forex chat right here, which is just like price action trading. All my students call out their trades right here, like Artemis. He's in a buy right here. It exploded overnight. He took a USD CHF trade. So this is like, the Forex chat right here. And this is the divergence trading chat right here. And let's see what everyone's doing in here. We went through my notes. Nick Sean talks about multiple peaks when scaling in. So we look for the second peak to be higher or lower after a few fast candles, after a long period of movement for exhaustion to occur with a clear U or V or U shape. So you guys are learning like my secret rules. Like I have like 4 specific steps on how you trade divergence. And this is kind of what she's touching on right here. That's all in my full program though. We'll talk about that a little bit at the end before I get off here, but let me just show you guys this actual stuff here. So for instance, check this out. A nice H4 divergence on gold. So this guy right here is saying that right now, Henrik, he's been trading divergence in here for a couple months now. He's really good at this. Gold has done a divergence on the H4. So let's go to gold and let's see what he's looking at right here. So gold, let's go to the, what is it, XAU USD? Yeah, right here. Gold on the 4 hour. Well, it looks like it's already in profit. My dude Heinrich. So we have a low right here, and then we have a lower low. And if we just connect those exact lows in the RSI window, right? Let's go right below the first low. It's that one. And we connect the second one, and it's a higher low. So let's zoom in on this just so you can see very clearly. On the main chart, there's a low, then a lower low. And on the RSI, there's a low, then a higher low. The idea is just immediately to buy the second it makes that lower low, as long as it's divergent. Okay, that's it. Like that's it. As long as it's divergent, and it's on at least the H4 or the H1 chart, no other time frames because it doesn't work as well on the lower ones. But on the H4 and H1, if it's divergent, you buy it outright. So Henrik took this trade and it's already in profit. Now I don't know where this is going to go. It could go back and give drawdown. It could spike up like crazy, but that's how it works. And so he's in that trade and he's actually in profit right now. I'm going to have to check in with him and see how this trade goes, because gold, I don't know where it's going to go long term. Like I said, divergence is its own separate system in and of itself. It's traded independently of any price action. So for instance, this right here, let's see if that was divergent, because this also works on the H1 chart. Yep, looks like it was. So here in the H1, gold went and made this low, and then a lower low. So you would have entered right there. While on the RSI, it made a low, then a higher low. So these lows are sloping downward if you connect them. These lows are sloping upward. That's it. Main chart data is diverging from the RSI data. And the idea is to go up. Now, some of you guys are probably looking at this shit up here like, wait, isn't that divergent? The idea behind divergence, and like I said, I teach this all in more detail in my full program. That's just like, it's a completely separate thing. It would take way too long if I taught it all right now. But the idea is that you want to be making sure the market's going upwards or downwards for an extended period of time before looking to take these trades. So for instance, trading a divergence like right here when it's in a range versus a divergence after it's gone up for a bit. If you look right here, this one worked out really nicely. Like a high, higher high, while the RSI did like a high. It's not really a lower high, but it's like flat. So it's still diverging because the main chart is doing something different than what the RSI is doing. It's best if this one's like a little bit lower, to be honest with you. But this one still worked out great. See, it still fell. Also a little bit of confluence. It started falling. This might have been a horizontal support resistance level. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. So you can combine it with things like support and resistance and it works well. However, you trade it based on the way I just taught you right here, which is using maximum of 3 position sizes, and for every 1K in your account, I would be using anywhere from like a 0.02 to a 0.05 maximum, and 0.05 is honestly kind of risky. Stick to this if you want to be a little bit safer. And I understand that's like a big haha, playing it safe with a high risk account, Nick, really? Like, I'm just saying, if you want to grow the account, 0.02 to 0.05 works fine, but I would stick to this right here, 0.02, 0.03, and a maximum of 3 positions total per pair. Okay, you can do this with as many other pairs as you want, but yeah, that's it. That's the divergence system. Let's look and see what the students are doing. It looks like Carver is in on the H4 as well, so these guys are good. Like literally, look, Henrik called this, and he entered this trade, most likely, is what I'm assuming. And if he'd entered that trade, this is literally already in profit. Like it would have gone, how far into profit from when he would have entered? So far it would be in like 45 pips of drawdown right now. At max, already just today in the course of like 2-3 hours, 100 pips of profit. And then if it goes down even more, you can re-enter. You can also book partial profits. You can also put like break-even stop losses, stuff like that. Like I said, I teach all that in my full program. It's way too much to get into right now. But there's a lot of cool ways you can do it, and it's relatively simple to grow in an account very quickly using the divergent system because it's just the same shit over and over. You just go to the H4 and 1 hour chart and you just hunt for this exact setup. Let's go. Let's just literally click through. Let me go through to see what they're doing and what they're looking at, and then I'll look at those. Then we'll click through. Hey everyone, took this trade yesterday but losing so far. Should I place my second entry, and if so, where would you set it? So let's take a look at what he said. USD/JPY H4 chart. So let's go to USD/JPY, and we'll make sure we're here in the H4 chart, yeah? So this, yep, it looks like a divergence. So there's that right there. High, and then a higher high, and then a high, and then arguably a lower high. That's kind of, that's not that clear. I would really wait for the most clear ones. However, it is still a valid trade. So the idea would be, yes, you can have a first position right there. That would be fine. Target, I don't know, anywhere. I'd probably put my target like along the uptrend area, which would be about 96 pips in this instance. If you're using a 0.05 lot size, that'd be $50 of profit you can make if that hit the target. And if it goes in a drawdown, you could look to re-enter up here, and you could also look to re-enter up here a third time, and that's max. And this is like if it even goes into drawdown, which it could, and it could not, you know, whatever. So that's how it would be structured. And let's go ahead and share this with, who is this? AOFX. I wish I knew his name. How many people are in here in my students group? 262 offline and 24 or 24 online. So what's that? 285 people or something like that. 285 students right now in my students group chat. Let's share this with him to help him out. So I'm gonna click this, I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna paste it here. I'm gonna tag him and say, yo, AOFX, like this is what I would do. This is what I would do. Would stack maximum twice if it pulses up a lot again. That's it. And guys, this is what I do every day. In my students group chat, I'm very active in here. I post analysis literally every single day. Divergence trading, the Forex chat where the students are like sharing their ideas, trading ideas, break and retest, an uptrend, buy. See, I had someone share this US dollar CHF. Look, clear horizontal levels. You could even draw like a little uptrend zone right there. He's looking to take a buy if it comes back here to this 9.945 area. So Prosper sharing that. Artemis trades full time. He's very, very, very freaking good. We got Ryan in here. We got Josh. Artemis. See, like just simple lines, like an uptrend zone, maybe a previous downtrend zone and horizontal levels, and you're just literally waiting for it to break these levels, come back and retest. That's all you're doing. It's so simple. Look at this. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So it's super simple, and that's how you do it. So going back to the whiteboard of truth and justice, in this video, I've taught you how to trade price action. I've also taught you how to trade divergence. And I've also proved to you that I'm actually doing this stuff on a daily basis and sharing it and stuff. Now let's get into the Telegram channel, which is like the fun part. So you guys get free access to this. So in the Telegram channel, which you will get a link to that channel if you're here in the free training, the Telegram channel is right here. So let's go here. This is my Telegram channel. It's got 3,100. It's growing by the minute. So let's see. So 3,111 people right now here in my Telegram channel following my trades on a daily basis. This, I usually don't post a lot of stuff outside of trading. Every now and then I do, just because I like to be fun. Like I said, I'm not here trying to like be like a crazy business millionaire marketing guy. I'm literally just a normal person, but I just trade Forex and I teach it very well. That's it. I'm just a normal person just like you. This is the car I'm looking to get, this like little Porsche. I went to test drive this thing today. It's a lot of fun. You can go look at that on my profile if you like. It'll maybe really far back by the time you're watching this. But check it out. So trading, I post my trading history in here. I post some of the potential trades I'm looking to take, like what's this on EuroCAD. Looking for sells on Euro AUD. Look how simple this is. One line and then 2 lines right here in the recent area. That's it. And I even took a trade here yesterday and I called it out in here. Let's find. So this is that Euro Canadian dollar trade I took 2 days ago that I called out. Some more car shit. I'm looking to buy another freaking car. My girlfriend Bonnie's trying to convince me not to because I just bought a Tesla like a month ago. But I'm looking to get like a Porsche GT3 or GT4 Cayman. Gold or Euro Canadian dollar right here. This is that trade that I took. I shared that actually for free here in this Telegram channel that you're going to get access to. This was it when it was open at $1,200 profit. These were my profits. As you can see, check this out. This is a good example of risk to reward. Yesterday had kind of a rough patch. I lost all these trades right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades got slapped in the face, lost 5 trades in a row. Okay, so lost $3,500 at the beginning of yesterday. However, right after that, I took these open trades right here. Euro AUD, it was one setup, one trade, but I broke it up into 2 separate orders. So this is one trade on Euro AUD and one trade on Euro Canadian dollar. That's 2 trades total, right? And then those 2 trades kept on going into profit to the point where whenever just the Euro AUD trades hit the profit target, it brought me back to only negative 930 on the day. And then on top of that, I had this trade open, which was open $1,200 in profit, which had more than made up for the losers and some profit on top of that. So that being said, I lost 5 trades in a row, but right after that, I only win 2 trades, and then it made back all the losers and then even gave me some profit on top of that. And then if I were to take another winner yesterday, which I didn't, yesterday I only came out on top like $400, like, but at the same time, like, it's fine, because if it averages out, if you're averaging between 2K to 5K a week, like, you're going to be fine in the long run. That's what it's all about. This is a trade I took that I called out, one of those that worked out really quickly. This is a minute 15 chart, but look, clear horizontal level, clear break, clear retest, and it came down. This happened so quick, I didn't even get to draw the downtrend line, but there was a downtrend as well. So all you're literally doing is just identifying which direction it's going, waiting for a break of a clear level, a retest. You could have taken this trade right here as well, like when it came and broke and retested this little upwards trend line. It's not as clear, but at the same time it still worked out. Broke this horizontal level, came up, retested. Look, my risk was 10 pips and my target was 36 pips. Meaning for this trade I was in 2 5 standard lot trades. So my risk, like I told you guys at the beginning of this video, my risk is anywhere between from $750 to $1,000 per trade. Using 10.0 standard lots, that's $100 per pip of price movement, right? And then if I have a 10 pip stop loss I would have lost $1,000 if this would have hit my stop loss. And I have a stop literally just above the level, because if price goes up in there, you probably don't want to be in the trade. It's probably going to try to like start going back. The idea is to just get in as it's going like with the trend and having a very tight risk area. So if this would have stopped out, I would have lost like however much that was. Like how much was that? Like $1,000. But I had a 1 to 3.6 risk to reward ratio, and I went and hit my target. And let's just look, how much did these win? So 1,300 on this and 1,300 on this. That's a total of $2,600. So almost 3 times what the potential risk was. Maybe I think I entered a pip or two late, so maybe that's why it's a little bit off. But still, I won $2,600, and to do that, I was only risking $1,000 total. That is what good risk to reward gets you. And guys, I share this every single freaking day right here in the Telegram channel. Like, let's just scroll like even further back. What is this right here? I was a CAD CHF trade that I was in from last week that I took, and then this was working out, so that was $1,000 on that trade. The USD CHF breaks and retests of like downtrend areas, and it breaks out of the uptrend and the support resistance level. Like literally, you're just drawing some lines on your chart, waiting for it to break out of those lines and then come back and retest. This USD CHF trade I took, all of these. So I don't call every single one of my trades out in here, but I do call like at least I share the analysis, and at least I like throw you guys a bone, and at least I like drop some stuff in here. So this is all for you guys to like learn. Sometimes I get a ton of you guys messaging me. It's been a little bit more chill today, but sometimes you guys like blow up. Sometimes you guys blow up my DMs. I get hundreds of DMs a day. So that being said, yeah, you can access this. There's going to be a link for you to join this. You can hop in here and you can start following my trades and following all these dumb pictures of cars that I post. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of value. It's a lot of cool stuff in here. So that being said, I want to close with one last thing. Like I told you guys, I was going to share with you my paid program. If you don't want to listen to this part about my paid program, then leave. But if you leave, you're missing out on an extra $500, which you're going to get at the end of this video, and I'll tell you why. So check it out. My full program, let's go to my website right now, because if you're serious about learning to trade full-time, you need to see this. If you're not that serious about trading full-time, and this is just something that you just want to screw around at, then just leave. This isn't going to help you. But if this is something you are wanting to do full-time, and this is something you want to make a full-time income from, and you want to make a significant amount of money from it, then you need to stay right here and just watch this for like the next 5-10 minutes, okay? Check it out. This is my website right here. I can't even spell my own website right. MissionFX full program. So it's missionfx.us/p/full. Okay, that's it. Or you can just go to missionfx.us. So here are my full program. This is a page, and this is me right here. It's like what? It's a 5-minute video of me standing in my last apartment I used to live at, explaining to you what all is included in the full program. But essentially, it's an entirely self-paced online course. You get to decide when you start, and you get to decide when you finish. You can take your time with it, and you have lifetime access to the course. It is 100% beginner friendly. And in this course, this program, what you get is you get my start to finish, basics to advanced Forex course to make you profitable. You get access to the students group chat, which is literally this one right here, where all these other students are in, where we're all sharing on our analysis on a daily basis. Where AOFX just responded back, thanks brother. So far so good. I actually waited a bit before deciding to stack a second entry. We'll keep an extra eye. Sweet, bro. Good deal, man. So you get access to all that, the students group chat, and then also you get one-on-one mentor sessions with me after you complete the course, meaning you're going to go through this whole comprehensive program. It's all very, very, very structured, like so you'll know exactly what to do. It goes over exactly like how you need to break it up. At the end of the program, you get to do a one-on-one mentorship session with me if you like. You don't have to. But after that, you also start your demo trial period, which is a 2-month demo period where you have to prove to me that you're profitable on demo. And if you're not getting profitable, then we can hop on another one-on-one call, or you can just ask me a few more questions and we can like modify and tweak things to the point where you're getting consistent. And once you have proven to me that you're actually consistent and actually being profitable, then I will say, okay, looks like you are ready to trade a live account. And once you're ready to trade a live account, I'll help you set up your live account. I'll help you fund it, and then once you fund your live account, you can start trading. It's literally that simple. So this course, it starts with going through the comprehensive program, start to finish. You're gonna get to the end, and then after that, you'll do a one-on-one session with me if you like. I'll get here on my computer on like a Zoom call with you. We'll screen share. I'll answer all your questions, make sure that every single thing is crystal clear, so that you can get the results that you deserve in Forex trading. Okay, so that's that. Also, one thing one thing you have to understand, this is one of the most important things. Check it out. As far as education goes, the poor education will get you poor results. The right education will get you the right results. If you refuse to get the right education and you're wanting to do Forex seriously as a full-time thing, you're like willingly shooting yourself in both of your feet and like falling on the ground and bleeding to death. It's like you willingly doing that. And I'll tell you why. Because let's say let's say you want to go to medical school, because the end result is you want to be a doctor, right? You want to be doc. You want to make like that 250 grand a year, sweet salary. And then you say, okay, well, I'm just going to read some books and be a doctor. It's not that easy, right? You have to first do high school, and then after that, you got to do college. And then after that, you got to go to the next thing, which is like medical school. If you can even get in, you have the grades for it. Then you got to do medical school. Then you got to do your residency. Then after that, you got to do your specialization. Then you got to do all your training. And then you got to do your state licensing. And you got to do just a bunch of shit. And after you do that, maybe someday a small percentage of people will be able to be doctors. The thing is, not that many people do this. Do you know why? Because not that many people get the right education and stick through it. Most people literally just won't have the patience. They don't want to take it that seriously. And that's why you don't see everyone being a doctor. That's why you don't see everyone driving a Porsche. That's why you don't see everyone living the life they want to live, is because they refuse to educate themselves and apply that education towards something productive that they can actually like live a good life out of. If you refuse to get the right education with anything, you're going to fail. That like not wanting to be a doctor, but not wanting to go to medical school, not wanting to get the right education, and not wanting to pay for that. That's as stupid as saying like, hey, I want to grow a trading account to $10,000, but I refuse to learn how, and I refuse to even put any money in my trading account. It's like, well, you don't know how to do it, and you don't even have any money to do it in the first place, so it's not going to happen. Like the result, like you've deleted the formula. It's just not going to happen. You're going to try to get there, but you're going to get lost, and you won't get the results you want because you don't have the formula. You'll wind up right back where you started, only now you have wasted time and money, and you're also frustrated because you're not a millionaire overnight. So that being said, I just want you to understand you need the right education. Also, learning FX on your own, I want to say it's borderline impossible. I'm not saying it's completely like not possible, but learning FX on your own, learning how to trade Forex on your own is almost impossible. And I'll tell you why. It's this little thing right here called feedback loops. Feedback loops means like, let's say you're trading and you do something wrong and you screw up and you're like, damn, like what the hell am I doing wrong? So you go back here to the drawing board, to this little feedback loop of saying, all right, well, I think it's this. So I think instead of like buying, I'm going to start just clicking sell more, and instead I'm going to do sell or something. So then you go back here, and then you end up failing again. You're like, fuck, what am I doing wrong? So then you go back here, and you try to figure it out, and you're like, all right, well, maybe it's just because I'm using a 1-to-1 risk score. Maybe I'm going to use a 1-to-2. And you go over here, and then for some reason you still fail, and you go through all these feedback loops back and forth like a million times trying to figure out what it is you're doing wrong. This shit takes years, and the only reason that I got profitable in like a year and a half, in my opinion, is because I was just doing this stuff all the time. I was looking up everywhere. I learned like a million different things, and then like out of all the crap I learned, you know how much I actually needed was literally just support resistance. That's all. Support and resistance lines in the chart. That has literally kept me profitable, and I prove it literally on a daily basis. My Instagram story highlights and here in the Telegram channel that is all you need to trade. And you know, it took me this whole time, this huge feedback loop, all this crap to learn that, and that sucks. And you don't have to do it. Like, yeah, I wasted so much money. My first year in 2016, I lost $8,300 trading, and that's not money I had. I made only like just over $30,000 that year, and that's not a lot of money in the first place. But then on top of that, to lose $8,300, my expenses were low. Thank God. But that's a lot of money to have lost, and that's what I wrote on my tax return for that year. You can only write up to 3K of it per year off. So in the grand scheme of things, I wasn't even able to get all the tax incentives in 1 year. But I lost $8,300 that year. It sucked. It sucked. And then on top of that, losing the money, that's supposed to be an M. Let me go here. On top of losing money, on top of wasting time, you're also getting so frustrated, and it's creating you into this mean, nasty little creature that is like so pissed off and so upset and mad at the world because they can't get profitable because you're not doing something so simple, which is literally just getting the right education. I want you to know that. I want you to know you're going to pay for your education one way or another, whether it's in losses in the market, whether it's because you buy a course or a mentorship program. It doesn't even have to be mine, but whether you buy a mentorship program or a course, or whether, you know, it's like in terms of like time and frustration, like, so whether it's losses, whether it's paying someone to teach you, whether it's like the time it takes you, you're paying for your education one way or another. The easiest way is to just find the right education, and you can do that with like a really good course that has a lot of good results, or you can do that from like the proper mentorship from someone, or you can have a course in mentorship like Mission FX where it includes both, where the mentor will actually sit there on a call with you and actually like answer your individual questions and actually give you the service that you probably deserve if you're trying to learn this and serious about it full time. You need to find the right education, and with that, like I said, course and mentorship is probably the way to go, because literally you just pay like one fee, and after that, that's it. Like, you've paid some money that you're gonna pay for anyway in losses or in time. Like, if you get paid like, you know, like $10 an hour at your job and you pay for a program, Like, you know, do the math. Like $10 an hour, if the program's like, I don't know, like $1,000, like $10 an hour, $1,000, that's like 100 hours of work. That's like maybe 2 weeks of work, or 2 weeks of you working your job, 2, 3 weeks of work, you know, whatever. That's nothing. That's nothing. Especially if you're going to be spending like years learning it instead, and the other option is to be frustrated and lose all that time. So listen, I have the Mission FX full program right here. You can learn more about it here on my site right here. I'll have a link somewhere below for you to do it. Right now, the course is $1,497. But listen, since you sat here through this whole damn video, that right now it's been about an hour and 10 minutes, I'm going to offer a very special incentive just for you guys. Nobody else is going to be able to see this. Okay, remember I told you a second ago, or like 5 minutes ago, that you're going to get access to $500? So here's what that is. Literally right now, I'm going to create a coupon code. Let's take $500 off the total price of $1,500, and for the coupon code, let's what should we call it? Let's call it MFX. So Mission FX, it's short for Mission FX. MFX. If you put that coupon code Mission FX, it's gonna take off. We're gonna do off $500. It's gonna take off $500 for the number available. I want to limit this because that's like a really big discount. So let me limit this. I'm only gonna limit this to 20 people. For the next 20 people who are in this, which I'm going to leave this little training video up for like the rest of the week, and then it's over. But for the next 20 people that see this, you can get access to Mission FX, and you're going to get $500 off, making this $14.97 price right here. It's only going to be $997. That's it. It's a one-time fee. It's not a monthly fee. You don't have to keep on paying anything. You get one-time fee, and you get lifetime access to everything, including the Mission FX full program, start to finish course. This course alone, like I've spent like a whole month in January, every single day for one entire month putting this program together. It literally, I know for a fact, it has every single thing that you need to get profitable trading. And I know that because I've been teaching about 2.5 years. Not only have I become like a really badass trader that just does the same thing over and over and consistent, calling out trades and sharing them on a daily basis for the past like 2.5 years. But on top of that, I've taken plenty of time to become a good teacher, to learn how to teach things in a way that's simple so people can duplicate them. If you don't believe me, I just want you, real quick again, at least after this video, at least, go to my Instagram profile right here. All the story highlights where you see like MFX results. I got shit like my dogs and like car and shit. MFX results, my accounts, MFX results, MFX results. MFX results, Mission FX results, Mission FX results. There's just a shit ton. Like I show all live accounts, my students when they're trading, I show their accounts, I show like how they're trading, how they're making profits over and over, and on a daily basis. Like I post here on my story highlights, student results. Watch it. Go to my profile. You will see. There's a ridiculous amount of proof, so at least you know for a fact that whenever you're jumping in Mission FX, you're thinking to yourself like, oh man, I got to drop 1K on this bald guy's course. Like, what's going on? Like, at least you know for a fact the person you're learning from isn't full of shit. Because not a lot of people here in the Forex industry, they're not going to be real with you. They're going to give you some basic bullshit and just try to get you to buy their crap. Me, I would totally love for you to buy the Mission FX program. Hell yeah, that's what I want. But at the same time, I also want you to know that you're making an informed decision because you have someone that shows nothing but student results. And not only student results, but a ton of personal results. Click the My Accounts right here. It's like My Accounts 2, and then over here this is called My Accounts 1 right there. And then literally I've shown my trading account since like January or February in there. It's like been almost a year that I've been tracking my account, showing trades before and after, like the moment I take them. Like it's just, there's a ton of results. There's literally a conga line of results right here in the profile, just so that you know for a fact the person you're learning from isn't full of shit and that they have the results to do that. So put this program together, it's completely comprehensive. You get access to that. You also get access to this students group chat right here. We'll be able to chat with us on a daily basis right here in the Forex chat, price action. The divergence chat where we share divergence trades right here, and I'm very active in here. I'm sharing my trades as well. And then also Nick's analysis. This is a read only. Like consider this, you know how some people will give like a signals group, they'll have like, you know, they'll charge like $100 a month or whatever, some shit like that, and they'll charge you $100 a month and you'll follow their trades or whatever. Well, this is essentially that, and as the cool thing, as a Mission FX client, you get lifetime access to this right here. I mean, however long I run Mission FX, which can be like another 5, 10, 15 years, like I run Mission FX because I'm bored and to make extra money. So I mean, I'll be doing this for a while, probably 5, 10, 15 years. But from now until the indefinite future, you get access to this where I literally, like every single freaking trade I call, maybe like 99%, because maybe it happens too fast and I can't call one trade every now and then, but literally 99% of the trades I take, I call them in here the moment that I take them. And other students, all whatever it is, 280, all 285, 86 students can see that and copy them should they choose to do so. My Mission FX is not just a signals group, obviously. I share full analysis in here, the explanations, I write them all out, like stuff like this. See, like Like I placed a buy on New Zealand dollar USD. I'm long with these parameters. I placed a buy 80 Canadian dollar, and I give all these like detailed explanations. So that way, I'm a big believer that person you're learning from should be able to show you firsthand what's going on, so that you can see this stuff happening on a daily basis over and over and over again. After the learning process, after you complete the course, do mentorship if you need it, after that, you literally get to see this happen every single day for the rest of the foreseeable future. Like, and you know, it's of no extra charge. It's all included in this one-time fee. So also, and on top of that, instead of paying $1,500, you can literally pay just $997 right now and be able to get in by using this coupon code right here. Type in MFX. That's it. And like I said, nobody else is getting access to this. I just want those of you who's actually taking the time to watch this whole training video, I want you guys to be able to take action on this and get the right education, because I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to like hate life and like everything is like hard, everything's difficult. Getting the right education solves every problem under the sun when it comes to Forex. Getting the right education, learning to apply that in the correct way, and actually having a mentor that you can literally like just message right here. Like, look, I've got Sundari messaged me a little bit ago. I'm going to respond to her here in a little bit, and you can literally have one-on-one access to messaging me, whether it's on Instagram or here on Telegram. Literally at any time during the day, you can shoot me a message, and as long as I'm literally not asleep or with my girlfriend Bonnie, I will see your message. You guys get top priority. You're in a different inbox here on Discord, Telegram, and also on my Instagram account. You get priority, and I'll literally respond to you as soon as I see your message and have time to answer it. It doesn't take all day. It's usually like less than 24 hours, and more so like I'm on Instagram all day if you guys haven't already seen. So like I'll get back to you within like an hour or two usually. I don't know for a fact, but most times it's usually like less than a couple hours. That's what you get as a client here at Mission FX. You get every single thing: one-on-one support, students group chat, lifetime access to my analysis group. It's everything you need to get profitable, even if you've never even heard of Forex before. This program goes over literally all the basics, down to the trading platforms, how to use TradingView, everything like that. So here's my goal for you. My goal for you, if you want to do this as a full-time thing, is that you buy the MFX full trading program. And why do I suggest that you do that? Number one, because you're getting a hell of a sweet discount. I'm probably going to raise this to like 2K in a couple months here, or maybe even like as early as a month or two. I've been having a lot of new clients hop on, and since I still do one-on-one, charging just 1K, that's nothing. Even 1,500 is kind of cheap for how much you get, because literally this is just a one-time fee. Like there's no monthly membership cost or any crap like that. So this right here is like a hell of a deal to be able to just get all this for just like $997, especially when the price is going to be going up to 2K here pretty soon, like in a month or two. But that being said, jump in. My goal for you is, if you're serious about making a full-time income from trading, $997. That's it. It's a one-time fee. It's going to save you so much time, frustration, stress, and it will also save you a ton of money. Everything's structured. If you want to do it the right way, the winners jump into Mission FX because they know at least they're probably going to get results if they do the work. If you want to learn on your own, that's fine, but I just promise you, I can promise you this. Well, I can't promise you anything else. What I do promise is that it will take you longer learning on your own. It will be more frustrating. You will lose more money, and it will take a lot more time than as compared to just learning from a mentor. So just do the easy way. Just buy Mission FX, jump in. You get a sweet discount. I'll keep this active for the rest of the week, and then I'll change the price back to 14 or 1,500 and maybe even 2K depending on how things are going. But for right now, literally just 1K. That's it. So go ahead and grab that. Like I said, this coupon code has a limit of 20. Right after this ends, I'm going to click add coupon so that way it'll be active and you guys can jump on that. So if you're looking to jump in, like check out my profile, go figure out who I am, spend like, 30 minutes or an hour figuring me out, like wondering if I'm legit, go to my Telegram channel. You're going to get a link to that. Scroll through it, scroll through some of the trades, some of the recent stuff that is up in the Telegram whenever you're checking it. And just give everything a good look. And after you give everything a good look, if you think it's for you, then hop in and buy the Mission FX full program at that link above, which I'll include it in here, but it's just right here. It's missionfx.us/p/full. Okay, but you'll have a clickable link for you to be able to access it. My goal for you is to trade full time, because it is a freaking amazing life. It is a ton of fun, ton of freedom, ton of financial freedom, ton of time freedom, and it's totally doable. Like most students get results within 3 to 6 months. So if you want to jump in, go ahead, and I will see you guys in the program. Cheers. You guys have a great rest of the day. Bye.